You are staring at a screen, watching the typing bubble in a group chat vanish. The silence stretches on, and a very specific, hollow anxiety starts pooling in your chest. Naomi Eisenberger used functional MRI scans to map exactly what happens during these moments of exclusion. Her research revealed that this anxiety is a highly specific, measurable neural event. Take a look at this brain model. When you are socially excluded, a region called the dorsal anterior cingulate cortex, the DACC, lights up. This is the exact same neural circuitry your brain uses to process the acute distress of a physical burn. Your biological hardware interprets the psychological agony of being left out as literal, life-threatening tissue damage. To understand why a missed party invite hurts like a physical injury, we have to look at Robin Dunbar's social brain hypothesis.
He proposed that human intelligence and our unusually large brains evolved primarily to manage intense, complex social systems, rather than just solving ecological problems like finding shelter. For early hominids, the tribal band was the only reliable defense against predators and starvation. Access to shared, scarce food resources depended entirely on group cohesion. Because early humans relied entirely on their peers for protection, ostracism or exclusion from the group resulted in certain death. Evolution co-opted the body's existing physical pain system to act as a behavioral alarm bell. The intense discomfort of social friction forces an individual to correct maladaptive behavior quickly, appeasing the group before they face lethal exile. The drive to secure approval from your peers is a highly successful, meticulously engineered survival adaptation. This monitoring process is managed by the default mode network, or DMN. When your brain is supposedly at rest, the DMN is actively idling, simulating your social standing, anticipating interactions, and calculating the judgments of others. We took a neural network optimized to track shifting alliances within a tight-knit tribe of about 150 people, and we dropped it into an infinite global digital coliseum. Social media algorithms engineered this environment by financializing human social capital. They converted the subtle art of reputation into explicit, quantified metrics like follower counts, retweets, and likes. As this animation demonstrates, the motion of pulling to refresh your feed perfectly mirrors the mechanics of a slot machine. When you receive intermittent digital praise, it triggers the ventral striatum, releasing dopamine through the exact same pathways activated by eating food or winning cash. The gamified engineering of the digital age hijacked our ancient social survival hardware, turning a life-saving instinct into a compulsive addiction. This creates a phenomenon known as the hedonic treadmill of validation. Your brain rapidly habituates to a specific level of digital praise. A viral post produces a temporary dopamine spike, but you quickly recalibrate, forcing you to seek ever-increasing metrics just to maintain your baseline self-worth. Living on this treadmill leads to chronic people-pleasing. Individuals systematically suppress their own boundaries and authentic values to placate the crowd, eventually causing identity diffusion, a state where you lose touch with who you actually are. When this fear of social friction infects an entire organization, it produces the Abilene paradox. This occurs when a group makes a disastrous collective decision because every individual privately disagrees, but publicly nods along to avoid being the dissenting voice. Look at this historical image of the Space Shuttle Challenger. During the launch decision process, the immense social pressure to maintain group cohesion and avoid conflict successfully overrode objective, functional engineering concerns. Prioritizing social cohesion over objective truth erodes our individual mental health and triggers devastating systemic failures. We cannot uninstall our evolutionary biology, but we can write new cognitive software to override its false alarms. Cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT, provides a highly structured technique for this. When your brain generates a catastrophic prediction about social rejection, you force it to run an evidence check. You systematically review the objective facts, which dismantles the illusion of the harsh social spotlight. This illustrates acceptance and commitment therapy. Values clarification shifts self-esteem from external praise to internal actions. This strict bounty mirrors the Stoic dichotomy of control, a firm separation between your personal character, which you dictate, and public reputation, which the crowd dictates.
True psychological autonomy requires deliberately severing your internal self-worth from the unpredictable, shifting opinions of the external world. The most immediate structural solution to our modern environmental mismatch is a deliberate digital detox. Stepping away from quantified metrics breaks the algorithmic dopamine loop and gives your ventral striatum the necessary time to reset. Implementing hard physical boundaries around your devices deprives your hyperactive social evaluative circuitry of constant input, allowing it to cool down to a natural, offline baseline. Escaping the social approval trap does not mean eradicating the deeply human desire for connection. It means ensuring your drive to belong never supersedes your courage to exist authentically.